All right, today we're starting section 4-4, which is relations as equations. So copy this example down. I'm not quite done writing it. And then we're going to do it together. Okay, so here's the rest of it. And the directions say, find the solution set for each equation given the replacement set. So we're going to find which of these coordinates or ordered pairs fit this equation. So what we have to do is we have to plug each one in to the equation and solve and see if it works. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. So the first one I'm going to plug in is just going to be my first 2 points. Now remember, you have an x and a y. Every ordered pair has an x and a y. So I'm plugging the x into the x and the y into the y. So y is 1 and x is -1. Okay, what is 3 times -1? What's 3 times -1? So 3 times -1 is -3. And now we're going to combine these numbers on this side. So what is -3 plus 4? And it's 1. So does 1 equal 1? Yes, 1 equals 1. That means that this ordered pair is one of our solutions. But we have to keep going. We have to plug the rest in because there's more than one answer to these questions. So I'm going to do another one. And this time I'm going to plug these in for x and y. So I'm going to say 10 equals 3 times 2 plus 4. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 4 is 10. Does 10 equal 10? Yes, again, that one works. Let's plug in another one. So I have 12 equals 3 times 3 plus 4. What's 3 times 3? 9. What's 9 plus 4? 13. Does 12 equal 13? No. So this one does not work. You see how this is going? You just plug each one in. If the two numbers equal each other, then it is a solution. If they don't, it's not a solution. So let's do the last one and see. So x, y. Notice every time I write x and y over the ordered pair because I don't want to get confused and plug it into the wrong place. Then you're going to get the wrong answer. So 1 equals 3 times 7 plus 4. So 3 times 7 is 21. And 21 plus 4? Does 1 equal 25? No. So our solutions to this problem are going to be -1 and 1 and 2 and 10. So we're doing the same thing. We're plugging each set of ordered pairs in and see which one makes the equation true. So I'm going to say 2 times -7 minus 5 times -3 equals 1. 2 times -7 is how much? Thank you, -14. And -5 times -3 is what? It's going to be a positive 15. And so -14 plus 15 is how much? 1. Does 1 equal 1? Yes. So this one works. Let's go to the next one. So 2 times 7 minus 5 times 3 equals 1. 2 times 7, we just said 14. This time we have minus 15. 14 minus 15 is how much? Negative 1. And does negative 1 equal positive 1? No. So that one doesn't work. Next one. What's negative 5 times 1? Thank you. What is 4 minus 5? Negative 1. Does negative 1 equal positive 1? Oh, so this one doesn't work. Last one. So x, hold on. Oh no. Oh, phew. Okay. So 2 times negative 2 minus 5 times negative 1. All right, 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. Negative 5 times negative 1 is going to be a positive 5. And then negative 4 plus 5 is going to be 1. 1 equals 1. So my solution set is going to be negative 7 and negative 3, and negative 2 and negative 1. All right, so when you do these problems, I want to see this work. So make sure you show me your work, because if you try to do it in your head, you're probably going to make some mistakes. For these, the directions are a little bit different. It says, solve each equation if the domain is negative 3, negative 1, 0, and 2. So they gave me the domain, and they want me to find the range, basically. So the domain is what value? What is the domain? But what value does the domain stand for? X. Good. So the domain is X. So they gave me all the X's, and they want me to find the Y's. So I'm going to make a little table here because it's easier to do it in the table. And I'm going to write all my domains down that they gave me. Then I'm going to plug each X in to the equation and find out what Y equals for each of those. All right, so I'm just plugging my first one in, negative 3. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. Negative 6 minus 1 is negative 7. So when X is negative 3, Y is negative 7. And we're just going to do that for every single one. So the next one is negative 1. So when X is negative 1, Y is negative 3. 0 is going to be an easy one. So when X is 0, Y is negative 1. And then the last one is 2. Which is 4 minus 1, which is 3. So when X is 2, Y is 3. So here is the solution to number 7. I hope that you got the same answer that I did. And here is the work, just in case you need to see how I got those answers. And we're going to move on to number 8. So number 8 is a little different because we have an extra step before we can start plugging in and solving for the domain. This step is just going to make our process a lot easier. So what we're going to do is we're going to solve this equation for y. I want to get y alone. And so I'm going to solve the equation for y, and then we're going to plug in like we did for the last one. So if I want to get y alone, I'm going to move that 2x to the other side. To move it over, remember I do the opposite, and whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other. So on this side now, I just have 2y equals negative 2x plus 12. Now I cannot put the 2x with the 12 because one is an x and one doesn't have an x. They're not the same variable, so they have to stay separate. Now, what do I do to get y alone? Any guesses? Y alone, we're going to divide by whatever is next to the variable. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the entire other side. The 2's cancel out, and I'm just left with y. But now, I have this other side divided by 2. So I'm going to simplify it. I'm going to divide each part by 2. So negative 2x divided by 2 is going to be negative x, because the 2's are just going to cancel out. And then 12 divided by 2 is 6. Good. So now I have a simplified equation. I can make my little table with the domain and range, and then I can plug those numbers in and solve. All right, so I can say y equals negative. Be careful here because you have a negative on the x, and then you have a negative on the number. So what happens is those two negatives turn positive, and I have 3 plus 6, which is 9. All right, so I'm just going to keep plugging in my domain and see what the range equals. All right, so there is my range. And that's all for today, so let me know if you have any questions.